The night over Earth began calm, almost peaceful, as if the world was trying to enjoy one last moment of silence before everything changed. Streets glowed with soft lights. Oceans moved with slow waves. People walked home without hurry. No one knew that far above the planet, beyond the dark edge of space, something enormous was already approaching. The first sign came to a small observatory on a quiet mountain. A young astronomer sat alone, checking star patterns for his research. Every night looked the same to him, but tonight his screens flickered. A group of stars seemed to vanish, then 5 more. Then an entire section of the sky turned black. He frowned, leaned closer, and adjusted the telescope. The screen sharpened. That was when he saw it. A shadow larger than any object he had ever recorded was blocking the starlight. It moved slowly, far too slow for an asteroid. Its shape was not natural. It looked like a wall made of metal, a wall bigger than mountains. His hands began to shake. He grabbed the radio and called Earth Defense Command. "Something huge is coming," he said. Something impossible. At the same time, Earth satellites began to drop offline one after another. Communication stations buzzed with error alerts. GPS signals vanished. Weather satellites went silent. Military command bases received the same message again and again. Satellite connection lost. Unknown interference detected. Deep in the Pacific Ocean, a hidden listening station picked up strange energy waves. Frequency patterns no human had ever seen. The station officer stared at the readings. The wave was strong enough to crush the station if it got any closer. He whispered to himself, "This is not natural. Something is powering this." Moments later, Earth's defense networks lit up red. In cities across the world, televisions and phones began flickering with static. Airplanes changed course because their guidance systems were confused by the unknown disturbance. People stepped outside, looking up at the sky as the stars continued to disappear. In a global command bunker under Europe, generals, scientists, and world leaders gathered around a floating hologram showing the dark shape moving toward Earth. The hologram calculated its size. A long silence followed. "It's not one ship," a scientist said softly. "It's hundreds." Then another corrected him. "No, it's thousands." The alien fleet entered Earth's outer orbit like a storm of giants. Their ships were vast, with armor that reflected no light, symbols glowing in alien patterns, and engines burning with cold blue fire. Some ships looked like flying fortresses. Some looked like metal claws. Others were like long, twisting shadows with no clear shape at all. They formed a ring around Earth, silently watching. People worldwide felt the tension. A woman walking her dog saw lights moving in the night sky. A fisherman in India stared at glowing shapes above the ocean. Children pointed at strange shadows passing over the moon. The fear spread quietly at first, then rapidly like cold fire. Finally, every screen in the world went black. Phones, TVs, billboards, even smartwatches. Then a face appeared. Alien. Tall, thin, with glowing eyes and skin like polished stone. The voice came slow and cold, echoing in every home, every room, every city. "People of Earth, your time is over. Surrender your world. Kneel. Accept our rule. Refuse and be erased." The message ended. The screens went dark again. For a moment, Earth stood frozen. No one spoke. No one moved. Even the wind felt silent, as if waiting. But underground, in the hidden layers of Earth that the aliens could not see, something began to change. Secret rooms lit up. Networks flickered awake. Old machines powered on for the first time in decades. In a bunker under the Rocky Mountains, Commander Elias Grant stood on a long platform overlooking rows of computer screens and strategic maps. His officers watched him carefully. The alien threat hung in the air like a heavy stone. One officer finally asked, "Sir, what do we do? The world will expect us to surrender." Commander Grant looked at the alien fleet on the main screen. His jaw tightened. "We do not surrender," he said. "Activate Sentinel Protocol." Across the planet, hidden launch silos unlocked. Submerged hangars in the oceans opened quietly. Underground rail stations started loading metal giants. Satellites disguised as space junk awakened, unfolding panels that had been sleeping for years. Humanity had not been blind. They had prepared. But while Earth stirred below, the alien armada moved above. A massive warship, the largest of the fleet, descended slowly through the clouds. Its shape was like a floating fortress, sharp edges glowing with blue energy. Cities fell quiet as people saw it appear overhead, stretching across the sky like a dark mountain. It projected a beam of light onto the ground. The alien voice returned. "You will kneel. You will obey. You will surrender your weapons. Earth belongs to us." On a rooftop in Tokyo, a young girl clutched her mother's hand as the building lights flickered. In a village in Brazil, farmers watched the alien shadow cover their fields. In New York, crowds gathered in the streets, staring upward, feeling the weight of something far beyond human understanding. The fear was real, heavy, cold. But below the surface, deep inside command bunkers, submarines, secret bases, and underground complexes, humanity's answer was forming. Engines warmed, weapons locked, hidden fleets prepared. Earth was afraid, but Earth was not broken. Commander Grant gave the final order. His voice was steady. "Prepare Earth's reply." Above them, the alien fleet pressed closer. Below them, humanity awakened. And what came next would shake the galaxy. Earth shook with fear after the alien ultimatum. But deep below the surface, something very different was happening. As the alien fleet tightened its ring around the planet, hidden bases that most humans never knew existed flickered to life. Lights came on in long tunnels carved into mountains. Subterranean bunkers sealed for decades vibrated with new power. Old machines, covered in dust and silence, were waking up again. Commander Elias Grant stood in the largest underground command center on Earth. The room was shaped like a steel canyon filled with screens, glowing tables and rows of officers working at full speed. The hologram of the alien fleet rotated slowly in front of him, a giant loop of enemy ships closing over Earth like a tightening fist. He watched the map quietly, his face calm, but his eyes sharp. Officers rushed around him, giving updates. Underground hangars are powering up. Ocean platforms are rising. North Arctic Station is online. Sentinel protocol active in all global sectors. Commander Grant nodded. "Good. Begin Stage 2. The officers didn't hesitate. They had trained for this day in secret for more than 30 years. While the world above panicked, the world below prepared many years ago. After Earth survived smaller alien encounters that the public never learned about, a secret alliance of leaders decided the planet would never be caught weak again. Technologies were gathered, reverse-engineered, and developed in the shadows. That alliance created the Sentinel Network, a hidden defense system spread across oceans, mountains, deserts, and orbit. Most of Earth's population believed peace had returned, but the leaders knew the truth. One day, a real invasion would come. That day was now. In a deep chamber beneath the Pacific, a massive steel door slowly separated. Water rushed away as it opened, revealing something enormous inside. A long metallic shadow extended toward the surface like a sleeping sea monster. The ship was called T-97 Leviathan, a Terran stealth battleship built to move silently through both water and space. Its black hull shimmered with hidden panels. Its engines thrummed with quiet power. Engineers in diving suits floated near the ship, giving final checks. When the command came through their headsets, they saluted, Leviathan rising. The battleship lifted from its cradle and began rising through the water. Its engines glowed faint blue, pushing it upward. Fish scattered. Dark water parted. The ship slowly approached the surface. In the command center, Commander Grant listened to the update. Leviathan entering launch position. "Good," Grant said. "Bring up Sentinel Squadron." Across the planet, more hidden bases awakened. In Antarctica, beneath frozen ground thicker than buildings, rows of fighter jets hummed with energy. Their wings were sharp, their engines bright, their bodies covered with armor plates that shimmered like ice. In the Nevada desert, a bunker door made of 10 layers of steel slid open, revealing the Sentinel Strikers, rapid response fighters built for atmospheric and orbital combat. In Siberia, giant rails loaded with missiles shifted into place beneath snowy mountains. In orbit, satellites disguised as old communication devices reactivated and unfolded powerful laser panels. Earth was no longer a quiet planet. Earth was a fortress waking from sleep. Meanwhile, the alien commander, sitting in the command chair of the largest warship, watched Earth's surface through a hologram. His silver eyes narrowed. "Unusual energy signals detected," an alien officer reported. The commander's voice echoed like metal scraping stone. Explain? We detect movement under the oceans. Strange heat patterns under continents. Human satellites activating. Humans activating satellites didn't worry him. Humans always panicked easily. But the underground heat signatures confused him. What are they hiding? He hissed. He sent 2 scout ships down to scan the surface. The scouts slipped through clouds and flew above oceans and forests, looking for human weapons. They didn't see anything on the surface, and that was a mistake. The real danger was below. Back underground, Commander Grant studied the hologram carefully. The aliens are scanning, an officer warned. Grant nodded. They're searching for weapons we didn't put on the surface. Let them look. He turned to his communications officer. Send the pre-launch signal. Across continents deep within secret hangars, screens lit up with the same message. Earth Defense Stage 2, silence mode ending. In a sealed room beneath the Atlantic, 20 pilots stood in rows, wearing black flight suits with silver stripes. They were the best of the best, trained in secret, unknown to the world, prepared for this exact moment. Their leader, Captain Mira Hayes, stepped forward as the intercom buzzed. Captain Hayes, the voice said, prepare your squadron. She nodded sharply, her voice steady but burning with purpose. For Earth. She and her pilots ran toward their jets. Engines roared. Lights flashed. Metal platforms began to rise. Above them, the alien scout ships flew over the ocean. One of them caught a strange heat spike from the water. What is that? The alien asked. Before the officer could respond, the ocean erupted. The Leviathan battleship burst out of the water like a rising beast. Flames exploding from its engines, water flying in every direction. Its cannons locked onto the alien scouts instantly. The scouts tried to dodge, but the Leviathan was faster. 2 beams fired. The scouts vanished. The alien commander leaned forward, eyes wide with shock. What weapon was that? His officers trembled. Unknown, Commander. Humans are not supposed to have ships like that. Commander Grant watched the same scene from his bunker, voice calm. Inform all units. The enemy knows we are awake. Begin Stage 3. The Earth began to shake slightly as hundreds of hidden doors across the world started opening for the first time. Engines roared like thunder from underground caverns. The alien commander felt the planet moving beneath his sensors. The ring of ships tightened. Prepare the first strike, he ordered. Destroy their defenses. But before he could launch his attack, Earth launched its own. Dozens of Terran fighters shot into the sky from hidden bases like bright streaks of light. The Leviathan soared upward, engines glowing. Satellites fired laser bursts across the alien blockade. Humanity's reply had begun. Earth was not weak. Earth was not scared. Earth was ready, and the alien fleet was about to learn the truth. The sky over Earth looked like a storm made of fire and metal as the first Terran fighters broke through the clouds. Their engines burned bright blue, leaving long trails behind them. People on the ground watched from rooftops, windows, and streets as streaks of light shot upward, each one a promise that humanity would not fall without a fight. Captain Mira Hayes led the first wave. Her voice came calm and steady through the comms. All units, formation lock. Stay sharp. The enemy will not wait. Her squadron responded at once. Confirmed, Captain. The alien fleet noticed them immediately. From the massive ships orbiting above, hundreds of smaller alien fighters poured out like black insects spreading across the sky. The first battle had begun. Mira's squadron rose higher, breaking through the atmosphere in a tight formation. The stars appeared above them, along with the terrifying sight of the alien armada blocking half the sky. These things are huge, one pilot whispered. Mira answered without emotion. So are we. The alien fighters charged first. Their engines glowed green, their wings twisted unnaturally, and their weapons crackled with strange energy. They didn't communicate. They didn't warn. They simply attacked. The first beam fired at Mira's wing. Evasive, she shouted. Her jet rolled sideways at incredible speed. The beam barely missed her, hitting a cloud that exploded into mist. More beams followed, turning the sky into a deadly maze of green light. Mira's squadron finally returned fire. Terran lasers burst forward in controlled lines. One alien fighter exploded into a cloud of burning fragments. Another spiraled downward in flames. But the aliens kept coming, forming waves that closed in from every direction. Stay tight, Mira shouted. Do not break formation. Meanwhile, far below, Commander Grant watched the battle from the underground command center. On the main screen, he saw the Terran jets weaving between enemy ships. Signal Leviathan, he said. Tell them they are clear for orbital assault. In the Pacific, the Leviathan battleship ascended through the clouds, dripping water from its hull. Once fully airborne, its engines roared louder as it locked onto the alien ships. The alien commander saw the new threat on his screens. That ship again, he growled. Destroy it. 12 alien cruisers moved toward the Leviathan. Their weapons lit the dark sky with burning green fire. The Leviathan didn't dodge. It didn't turn. It simply opened its armored panels. Leviathan weapon core ready, the ship's AI announced. The main cannon fired. A massive blue beam tore through space. The first alien cruiser was split in half instantly. The second exploded a moment later. The third disintegrated before the alien crew could scream. A shockwave rippled outward, shaking the atmosphere. On the ground, people felt the deep thump in their chests. Buildings trembled. Birds scattered from trees. Children cried out in fear, while adults stared into the sky with a mixture of hope and disbelief. Above them, the battle grew larger. Alien fighters swarmed Mira's squadron, but the Terran jets cut through them with precise maneuvers. Mira's voice stayed calm. Target the wings. Their armor weakens when they turn. Her pilots adjusted. 2 more alien ships fell. But the aliens had numbers. For every ship destroyed, 5 more appeared. Their formation changed, forming a spiraling swarm around the human fighters. Mira's jet shook as a blast grazed her left wing. Captain, you're hit, a pilot shouted. I'm fine, Mira said through gritted teeth. Stay focused, her fighter steadied. She accelerated upward, heading straight toward one of the alien carriers. The massive ship hovered like a metal mountain, glowing with alien symbols. Mira, that's a war carrier, Grant warned from the command center. Keep distance, she didn't answer. She pushed her jet faster instead. The alien carrier opened dozens of weapon ports, preparing to fire at her. Mira locked onto the ship. Let's see how tough you really are. She fired a barrage of missiles. They streaked across the battlefield, glowing red and white. The alien carrier responded with its own beams, destroying some missiles in midair, but not all. 3 missiles hit the carrier's left side. The explosion didn't destroy it, but it shook the giant ship hard enough to make it tilt. Mira pulled away at the last moment, feeling the heat brush her cockpit. Nice hit, Captain, her squadron shouted. Don't celebrate yet, Mira said. This is only the beginning. The alien commander slammed his claws against the control panel. They resist harder than expected. Increase power. Send the destroyers. New alien ships emerged, massive destroyers shaped like sharpened spears. Their engines hummed with heavy energy. Their weapons glowed brighter than the smaller fighters. Mira saw them and her heart tightened. Squadron, regroup on me. Those ships are not like the others. Meanwhile, in the command center, Commander Grant received a new update. Sir, an officer said, deep Earth reactors are now stable. We can deploy the Atlas cannons. Grant nodded slowly. Do it. Across the world, mountains cracked open, revealing massive cannons hidden deep inside. These weapons had been Earth's greatest secret. The Atlas cannons, built to hit targets in low orbit with extreme precision. Their targeting screens showed the alien destroyers glowing bright red. Atlas cannons, fire. Beams of golden light shot into the sky. They pierced clouds, atmosphere, and space in an instant. The beams struck 2 alien destroyers directly. Both ships exploded in blinding flashes. People cheered. Soldiers shouted. Even Commander Grant allowed himself a small breath of relief, but the alien commander was not finished. This planet has hidden too many secrets, he growled. Destroy their cities. Break their spirit. The alien fleet's main weapons began to charge. Red light spread across their hulls. Mira saw the glow forming and understood the danger. They're aiming at the planet, she yelled. We must stop them. A deep alarm rang across every Terran channel. Commander Grant stared at the giant weapons charging above Earth. He whispered to himself, the real war starts now. Humanity had struck back, but the aliens were about to answer, and the next strike would decide the future of Earth. The alien fleet's weapons glowed brighter as they charged, their red energy pulsing across the dark sky like the heartbeat of a giant monster. Every nation on Earth saw the warning lights from orbit. Even people standing in the streets could see the strange red glow reflecting off clouds. Commander Grant stared at the screen in his bunker, his face tightening. "They're not aiming at our ships," he said. "They're aiming at the planet." The room fell silent. Officers turned pale. Everyone understood what that meant. The alien fleet was preparing a world-killing strike. A weapon strong enough to tear cities apart in seconds. Above Earth, Mira Hayes felt the danger in her bones. She pressed her jet forward, weaving through enemy fire, pushing her engine to the limit. "We can't let them fire," she shouted. Her squadron followed, but the alien fighters swarmed them again, pulling the Terran pilots into a chaotic spiral of battles. Meanwhile, the Leviathan battleship rose higher into orbit, its massive engines roaring. Alien destroyers tried to stop it, firing beam after beam. The Leviathan's shields flickered but held steady. Inside Leviathan's control room, the AI voice spoke calmly. "Enemy weapon charge detected. Impact probability catastrophic." The ship's captain clenched his teeth. "We need more power. Divert everything to the main cannon. If that weapon fires, Earth is finished." Back in the underground command center, officers scrambled to find solutions. Atlas cannons can't recharge fast enough. The orbital satellites are overheating. We need more time. Commander Grant stood straight, calm despite the rising panic around him. "We don't have time. Contact all Terran bases. Prepare Sentinel Protocol Level 4. That level had never been used. Not even during training. It meant something dangerous was about to happen. Across Earth, giant doors hidden under deserts, jungles, and mountains began to open. Metal walls shifted. Air roared out of tunnels that had been closed for decades. Lights flickered deep underground as machines the world had forgotten woke once more. In Siberia, ancient doors of steel slid apart, revealing a massive rail launcher. A missile the size of a skyscraper locked into place. In Brazil, long tunnels opened to show drone swarms sleeping inside like metallic bees. In Africa, a secret energy field surrounded a hidden cannon that hummed with strange blue power. It was Earth's oldest and most dangerous project, built from alien tech recovered long ago. This was humanity's last backup plan, and it was finally time to use it. Above the planet, the alien commander stood tall inside his bridge. His glowing eyes watched the weapon charge reach full power. Every alien on the ship paused, waiting. "Fire," the commander ordered. A deep sound vibrated through space, low and heavy like the roar of a dying star. The main weapon began to glow brighter and brighter, turning white hot. The countdown began. 5 seconds until the blast. 4. Mira pushed her jet forward, ignoring the alarm screaming in her cockpit. Come on. 3. The Leviathan aimed its main cannon, channeling every bit of energy it had. "Alignment confirmed," the AI said. 2. Commander Grant shouted into the mic. "All Sentinel units, fire everything." 1. The alien weapon released, but the Terran attack hit at the exact same moment. From Earth's surface, 6 Atlas cannons fired together, sending golden beams into orbit. From Siberia, the giant missile launched and streaked toward the alien weapon core. From Brazil, drone swarms shot upward like a cloud of bright metal birds. From Africa, the energy cannon fired a pulse so powerful that lightning cracked across the sky. And from the Leviathan, a blinding blue beam erupted. All these attacks hit the alien weapon system at the same moment the aliens tried to fire. The result was explosive. Chaos. The alien weapon overloaded instantly. The energy buildup, meant to destroy cities, turned inward. A massive shockwave spread across the alien fleet, ripping through several ships and sending others spinning out of formation. Fire burst from their engines. Panels tore off. Some ships simply broke apart from the force. The alien commander stumbled as alarms blared around him. "What happened?" His officers shouted in panic. "Massive interference. Human weapons hit us at once. We cannot stabilize." Below, Mira watched a huge explosion ripple across the sky. The alien weapon had failed. She let out a shaky breath. "We bought time, but not enough. Because the alien fleet still had more weapons and more ships, but for the first time, they were wounded." Commander Grant saw the data streaming in. "Enemy weapon offline," an officer said. "Severe internal damage." Grant closed his eyes for a moment. "Humanity just survived," he whispered. "But the battle is far from over." Above Earth, the alien commander regained his balance. His face twisted with fury. "Send the war claws," he growled. "Tear their defenses apart." Warclaws were terrifying biological ships alive grown from alien laboratories. They moved like giant dark birds, each wing packed with weapons. They screamed when they flew, creating vibrations strong enough to shake human jets. As they entered the battlefield, Mira's squadron tightened formation. "Here they come," Mira said. "Watch the wings." They sliced through energy fields. The first Warclaw dove toward them, screaming as it fired burst after burst. The air shook. Mira rolled her jet to dodge, feeling the heat of the blast brush past her cockpit. Her squadron tried to help, but the Warclaws were fast, faster than anything they had fought so far. The Leviathan opened fire again, blasting one Warclaw into pieces, but two more took its place, scratching the ship's armor with razor-sharp energy wings. It was chaos. The alien commander saw the turn in battle and grinned. "Yes, break them." But then something unexpected happened. A second Terran battleship rose from the ocean, larger than the Leviathan, shaped like a rising mountain of silver steel. Its engines glowed purple. Its hull shone with strange energy. Commander Grant looked up at the broadcast feed. "The Titan," he whispered. Earth's strongest, most secret weapon had finally entered the war, and everything was about to change. The ocean trembled as the Titan rose. Waves crashed outward in every direction, rolling like thunder under its weight. The ship was enormous, bigger than any Terran vessel ever built, bigger than any alien ship in orbit. Its silver armor glowed with a soft purple shine, as if something ancient and powerful was breathing beneath the metal. People across the world looked up at the sky and saw a new shape breaking through the clouds. Some cried in fear. Others cried in relief. Some whispered prayers. But everyone understood one thing. Humanity had one last move left, and this move was gigantic. Inside the underground command center, Commander Grant stood frozen for a moment as the Titan appeared on the main screen. "We were never supposed to deploy the Titan unless Earth faced extinction," he said quietly. "Sir," an officer replied, "we are facing extinction." Commander Grant nodded slowly. "Then let the Titan rise." Above the planet, alien ships paused as the Titan entered orbit. Even the Warclaws, the living biological ships, circled in confusion, making strange shrieking sounds as they scanned the new threat. The alien commander stepped forward, his glowing eyes narrowing. "What is that?" No one on his bridge had an answer. Their scans detected energy levels far beyond anything humanity should have been capable of. Energy levels that even the alien empire rarely saw. "It cannot be a human ship," one officer whispered. But it was. The Titan's engines fired, creating a deep, low hum that shook nearby asteroids. The ship turned slowly and faced the largest alien destroyer. Its hull shifted, glowing brighter as advanced systems activated for the first time in decades. Captain Mira Hayes saw it from her jet and almost forgot to breathe. "The Titan, it's real," she whispered. Her squadron, already exhausted from fighting, stared with renewed hope. The Titan's communication channel opened. A calm synthetic voice spoke. "Terran Titan online. Primary systems green. Weapons at full charge." Mira tightened her grip on her controls. "We need everything it has." "Don't worry," another pilot said softly. "It looks like it has more than enough." The Titan raised its first weapon system, a long cannon that extended from its hull, glowing brighter than a star. The alien destroyer prepared to fire in response, confident in its size and strength. The Titan's beam fired first. A massive purple-white lance of energy cut through the vacuum with a speed no alien sensor could track. The destroyer didn't explode, it simply vanished, not broken, not burning, not scattered, gone. The alien commander froze. "What kind of weapon erases matter?" he asked, voice shaking. His officer said nothing. Some stepped back. Some stared at their screens with fear. All of them felt cold. The Titan rotated, aiming at the Warclaws now spiraling in panic. "Secondary system. Gravity pulse ready," the Titan announced. The ship created a sudden ripple in space, like a shockwave without sound. The Warclaws twisted violently, their wings folding unnaturally. Their bodies cracked under the pressure before exploding into dark clouds. Mira's squadron barely avoided the blast. "Holy," one pilot gasped. "A single pulse destroyed all of them." Mira swallowed, trying to keep her voice steady. The Titan is rewriting the battlefield. But the alien commander was not ready to give up. Send everything, he shouted. Every ship we have. They dare challenge us, we crush them. Hundreds of alien fighters swarmed toward the Titan. Dozens of cruisers joined them. More warclaws launched from the motherships. It was a storm of enemy fire. The Titan did not move. Its shield flared with a shimmering blue shell as blasts rained down. Bombs exploded against it, beams sliced toward it. Missiles hit its armor in bursts of green fire. But the Titan remained still, untouched. Inside the command center, officers watched with wide eyes. Sir, the Titan's shield isn't even dropping, one said. Commander Grant folded his arms. That ship was built with everything Earth learned in 70 years of hidden research. We built it to face threats even worse than this. Above them, the alien commander roared in anger. Focus fire. Break that ship. Every alien weapon turned toward the Titan. Every fighter fired at once. Every cruiser launched its strongest missile. The darkness of space lit with thousands of explosions. When the light faded, the Titan stood in the middle of the flames, unbroken. Its engines hummed calmly. Its purple glow remained steady. Its presence felt like a mountain surrounded by sparks. The Titan's voice echoed through all Terran channels. Enemy fire detected. Damage 0. Initiating countermeasure. Panels along its sides shifted open. Hundreds of small ports glowed. Mira recognized it instantly. Oh no, that's the Nova Storm system. The Titan fired. A burst of white energy rippled outward, covering a wide arc of space. Alien fighters caught in the wave shattered instantly. Cruisers lost their engines. Warclaws screamed and dissolved. Destroyers cracked open like eggs. The alien commander stumbled backward, unable to believe what he was witnessing. This cannot be happening, he whispered. Humans are not this strong. But they were. Mira's squadron flew past the wreckage as the Titan advanced like a god machine. She opened her comm. All Terran units, this is our moment. Push forward. Terran fighters surged. Leviathan joined the Titan, firing its own cannons. Atlas cannons on Earth recharged and shot into orbit again. Humanity was no longer defending. They were attacking. The alien fleet panicked. Some ships turned to flee. Some tried to regroup. Some simply surrendered in place. But the alien commander refused to accept defeat. He slammed his fists against the console and gave one desperate order. Prepare the mothership core. If we die, we take Earth with us. His officers hesitated. That weapon is unstable. It could tear the system apart. The commander screamed, "Do it!" As the Titan advanced, a deep red energy began to form inside the alien mothership. Something darker, stronger, and far more dangerous. Mira saw the glow and felt her heart tighten. Commander Grant, she said. They're charging something. Something big. Grant looked at the incoming energy signature and felt a chill. That's not a weapon, he said slowly. That's a starkiller. The alien mothership prepared its ultimate strike, and the Titan moved to stop it. What happened next would decide the fate of Earth. The alien mothership burned with red energy, glowing brighter than anything seen in the battle so far. The light wasn't normal. It pulsed like a heartbeat, shaking nearby ships and even warping the space around it. Every Terran pilot felt the vibration in their controls. Every Terran commander felt the danger in their chest. Captain Mira Hayes watched the rising red glow with widening eyes. That's not just a weapon, she said quietly. Her squadron hovered behind her, breathless. It's something worse. We need to stop it now. In the underground command center, alarms screamed. Screens flashed red warnings. Engineers shouted numbers that made no sense to anyone except those who studied the alien tech. Commander Grant leaned over the main screen. Explain what they're doing. The science officer swallowed hard. Sir, the mothership is activating a Starkiller core. If they fire it, it could tear the planet apart. Or even collapse the atmosphere. Grant's voice hardened instantly. We cannot let them charge that weapon. All units, focus fire on the mothership. Terran fighters, satellites, Leviathan, and even the Atlas cannons aimed upward. Mira tightened her straps and pushed her engine to full power. We're going in. Her squadron followed, but alien defenders swarmed between them and the mothership. They fought with desperation, moving faster and striking harder than before. It was clear. The aliens were ready to die to protect their final weapon. Mira fired at a fighter that dove in front of her, blowing it apart. Get out of my way, she yelled, but another took its place. And another. And another. The mothership's red core grew brighter and wider. They were running out of time. Meanwhile, the Titan drifted forward, steady and silent. Its purple glow strengthened as new weapons came online. Inside the alien command bridge, officers panicked as they saw the giant ship approaching. "Commander, that Terran vessel is moving toward us." The alien commander snarled, his eyes burning with hate. "Let it come. When the core fires, both it and Earth will be erased." He turned to his control panel and forced more energy into the weapon. The red glow expanded so fast it cracked the mothership's own armor. One officer shouted, "Commander, the core is unstable. We could destroy ourselves." The commander roared, slamming a claw down. "Earth must fall. If we die, they die." On Earth, people watched the sky with tears, hope, and fear. They saw the red streak growing above them, lighting the clouds. They saw Terran jets fighting like sparks against a storm. They heard the world tremble again. Some held hands. Some prayed. Some whispered, "Don't let this be our last moment." Back in orbit, Mira pushed through 3 more alien fighters, her cockpit shaking violently. Sweat dripped down her back. Her engine screamed under the pressure. Her squadron had lost 4 ships already. 2 more were damaged. "Captain," one pilot said weakly, "we're not making it through." Mira's voice cracked, but she didn't stop. "We're humans. We don't stop." "Not today." She shot another alien fighter, clearing a tiny path for the squadron. The Leviathan rose behind her and fired a heavy blast that opened a hole in the alien wall. "Go, Mira!" its captain shouted. "This is your moment." Mira surged forward, but even with the path clear, the mothership was still too far. Its red glow was already stretching across half of orbit. Lightning-like streaks crackled around it. Commander Grant watched the energy signature spike and whispered, "It's almost fully charged." Behind him, the Titan's AI spoke softly. "Commander Grant," he looked up. "Yes?" "Scanning indicates the Starkiller core cannot be stopped with conventional weapons. A direct internal collapse is required." Grant understood immediately. "You're saying you have to overload yourself?" "Correct," the Titan replied calmly. "My core is strong enough to destabilize theirs, but I must be within .0 distance of the explosion." The room fell silent. The Titan was not just a ship. It was Earth's greatest creation, its future shield. Its last line, Grant hesitated. "You will not survive that," the Titan responded slowly, almost gently. "Earth must." There was no more arguing. "Titan," Grant said quietly. "Thank you." The Titan turned all engines toward the alien mothership. Its purple light brightened until it looked like a small star moving through space. Mira saw it first. "Titan, what are you doing?" she whispered. The Titan broadcasted to every Terran pilot. "Step back. Protect Earth. This is my duty." Mira felt something tighten in her chest. "No, you can't." But the Titan didn't stop. The alien commander saw the massive ship approaching. "Impossible," he shouted. "It means to sacrifice itself." His officers backed away from the console in fear. If it collides with the core, but it was already too late. The Titan reached the side of the mothership, glowing brighter than ever. Its voice echoed across every Terran channel one last time. For Earth. Then the Titan opened its core. Light exploded out of its center. Bright purple, brighter than the sun, brighter than fire. It collided with the red Starkiller core. For a moment, everything froze. Then everything detonated. A silent explosion flashed across space, so bright that people on Earth saw the sky turn white for a heartbeat. The shock wave spread outward in slow, massive ripples, shaking clouds and oceans. The alien mothership shattered. Its pieces burned away. Every alien ship connected to its system went offline, drifting silently, and the Titan was gone. Mira watched the light fade with tears in her eyes. She whispered, "You saved us." On Earth, people felt the danger break. The planet breathed again. Families ran outside to see the sky glowing with the fading purple light. Commander Grant stood silently in the command center. His voice shook. "Earth is safe." All around him, officers began to cheer softly, then louder, then with overwhelming relief. Humanity had survived. Because one ship had given everything. In the quiet moments that followed, Mira spoke to her squadron. "Let's go home." As the surviving Terran fighters descended toward the planet, people looked up with pride. Earth had not bowed. Earth had not broken. Earth had risen, and the galaxy would remember this day forever.